Hey guys, I'm back. Thanks for checking out Talk Boom. Today we want to talk about something a little bit different. I want to do a series on working from home. Currently I'm going to do this series on Amazon work from home. So if you're looking to be a remote worker, Amazon's just released that they're looking for thousands of workers, so they're opening up positions right now. So if you've often thought about working from your home, this is probably one of the best chances you're going to get. Now, I know with the fact that the coronavirus has started a lot of different things, and one of the things is actually forced people to do is to change how we work. Now, I've been working from home for years. So I've been very fortunate. I'm a software engineer, or a coder, for those people who don't know what a software engineer does. We just code a lot of different things. Write programs. Programmer. But like I said, this is a great time because if you've lost your job, like I said, Amazon has a lot of jobs that they're trying to get people to fill. So if you have the qualifications, check them out. I don't want to just talk about the jobs that Amazon has. I'm just going to go over a couple of jobs they are posting. Now, some of the jobs they have customer service managers. They have data associates. Now, any of these jobs that have to do with data, you are more than likely going to have to, of course, know how to type, and you have to be pretty fast at typing because it's data entry, and you have to be very accurate. So when you're looking for jobs like this that are remote jobs or work from home jobs, you have to remember a work from home job is not as easy as you think it is. A lot of people think that you can work from home and you get up and you dress in your pajamas, you do what you want to do. Well, that's true to a point, depending on if you're working for someone else. If you're working for someone else, you have to be up at a certain time because you have to clock in. And then when you do clock in, of course, they're monitoring you to make sure that you are there when you're supposed to be there. And then when they give you a schedule for something that has to be done, this has to be done. Because just because you're working from home, it doesn't mean that they're going to be lenient with you. That's not going to happen. So they're probably going to be more strict with you. So that means when you take a break, you take a break. So you're at home. But like I said, there's advantages of being home. And the advantages of being home is that you're home with your kids. The fact that you don't have to spend money on gas. The fact that you can spend more time with your kids and family. Those are benefits. And then other companies like Amazon, like I said, they're great benefits because they offer insurance benefits, and those are great. Dental benefits. You still get your vacation even though you're home. And those are pretty good benefits to have. But like I said, it's not all peaches and cream, because in order to be a remote worker or someone who works from home, you have to have a lot of discipline. That means you have to get up if you have to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, you have to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. And if you have to work to 12, it's just like you're going to work, except you're at home. So when you take your lunch break at 12 o'clock and you have to be back by 1 o'clock or 12:30, you have to punch in at 1 o'clock or 12:30, because they will fire you. I mean, like I said, it sounds real good, but there's a big difference from working at home for yourself or being a remote worker. Now, a remote worker is somebody who still has a job with the company, but of course, they're at home. So you're expected when you're working at home to the same things that you would normally be doing if you're in office. There's a time schedule. You have to be there. When work has to be done at a certain time, if they give you an assignment, it has to be done on time with the assignment. Another thing you have to remember is when you're working at home is oftentimes you might get calls. And now it depends on what kind of position you have. If you're customer service and you're working from home, if a potential client calls you up on the phone, you have to be there to answer the phone. Because remember, that's their business. There's no playing games. Let me put it to you this way. In order to be a remote worker or work from home, you have to be a very mature, responsible person, because companies are not going to tolerate you not picking up the phone, not checking in, missing assignments, because they will fire your ass. Plain and simple. Just like you were doing anything else. I mean, the fact that we are faced with this coronavirus situation means that a lot of people, probably millions of people, are going to lose their job. So this is a good time to reevaluate your situation if you have lost your job. Now, working from home is a lot cheaper than going to work because you don't have to worry about the wardrobe and all this other stuff. But you do have to make a little investment. So one of the investments you have to do is you have to invest in a computer, a good computer. You have to invest in a service provider for the internet. And I'm not talking about somebody who's going down, every 5 minutes, because you can't go down, especially when it's a call situation that's coming into your house and you only have one line. You have to make sure that you have some computer experience. Now, let me explain what I mean. So, if you really don't know anything about the computer and you want to work from home, it's going to be a little bit more complicated for you, because things happen when you're working on software at home. And even though you might have a technical support person at the job you're working with, if you're working remotely, they can only answer your questions when they get the call, because they have to have a call ticket. So they're not going to be there with you 24 hours a day to hold your hand if something goes wrong with your computer. And another thing you have to do with your computer, if you have kids in your house, you want to make sure the computer that you're working on is not the computer that they're using for gaming and downloading things. Because if they download something to your computer and something happens to your computer and you can't work in the morning, it's costing the company time and it's costing you money. And there's a good possibility that if this happens too often, that the company will fire you. Because, like I said, a lot of companies out there are going to start hiring people to do telecommuting. So they'll be working from home. If you think you have what it takes to work from home, I say go for it. But like I said, remember, there's a little cost that's involved with it. Like I said, companies like Amazon, they have a sound system of checks and balances to make sure the work gets done on a timely manner. And they're not playing around. So if you think you're going to be missing assignments, or you think like, hey, I'm going to call in sick. There's no calling in sick. You're at home anyway. You can work sickly at home. Just get the assignment done. So, like I said, if this is something you think you can do, then I'd definitely go for it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a series on work from home. This is the first one. And like I said, we're addressing Amazon and the positions that they have open. So make sure you get a beat on that. Just go to the Amazon website and then look for opportunity and look for remote worker or telecommuter, and fill out the application and see if you qualify. Like I said, these are trying times. So if this is something you you want to do, or you think you can do it, and you have the discipline to do it, you got to get in there now and do it. Don't worry about, there's a lot of different scams out there, or companies out there telling people that, if you work for us, you can make millions and millions of dollars a month. That's a scam. That's scam work. If you're going to do this, you want to do it with a reliable company like an Amazon, a Microsoft, some company that's been around a while, that's got some moxie. You don't want to be messing around with some company that's a fly by night and you can't even look them up. All that stuff, don't even do that stuff. But like I said, certain things you are going to need. You're going to have a good computer. You're probably going to have a document processing program like Microsoft Office, so you can send emails and you can do word processing. Some people, it depends on if you're in the financial part of the market, you'll have to do spreadsheets, so you'll be using something like Excel. And it really doesn't matter the type of machine you have when it comes to, is it a Macintosh, which one's better for you, or is it a PC, or is it a laptop, or is it a desktop? The desktop allows you to be more flexible with opening it up and putting new components in it, whereas a laptop, of course, does not allow you to do that. But a laptop is mobile, but you're at home anyway, so more than likely it's going to be a stationary unit. But if you're moving from one room to the next room, then you want a laptop, of course, as opposed to having a desktop. But also remember, if you do use a laptop is what's called, most of them are kind of closed architecture, which means that you can open up and put a RAM in there, you can open up and put a new hard drive in there, but you can't put much more in there. And if you're going to be doing this for years and years and years and years, you need to make sure that you can open up your PC and put components in it. Depends on, like I said, the type of work if you're doing. If you're just filling out surveys, then you're fine with a laptop. But if you're going to do some complicated audio, video work, then you need to make sure that you have something that you can open up in. I think a laptop is not the way you should go. You should be looking at a desktop. And unfortunately, a lot of times now, that's what you see out there, is a lot of laptop. But things are going to change. You're going to need to make sure you get a really, really good camera. So in the upcoming series, I'm going to talk about all these different things. I'm going to talk about cameras. I'm going to talk about computers and other equipment that you need to look at when you're thinking about doing working from home. So I got you covered. So but check out my next video, which is coming up soon. And I'd like to thank you all for checking out Talk Boom. Again, my name is Cerebral. And do me a favor, there's a subscribe button, so hit that subscribe button. That way, anytime I come up with a new video, that I know to ship you a little message that says that, hey, Cerebral's got a new video out. Check it out. And like I said, I'm going to do this series, so you're going to kind of want to check it out. I promise you, I'm going to make sure that you have everything you need. And if you have any questions, I'll put an email in there so you can email me some questions that you might have. But we're going to get it taken care of. It's a new world coming out there. So we got to be courageous and we got to be bold together. And we all got to take care of each other. So stay tight, stay clean, and stay safe. I'm out.